Hey there, gang. Action Johnny back with another slice of L5R goodness for you. This time, I'm taking my Crab Crane tech uh, against another Scorpion player in a Season 4 Discord League pod game. So that's like the group stages. Yeah, this will be the sixth game I've played in the pod. Sorry, fifth game I played in the pod, with six being played in total. I'm currently undefeated in my pod, and that's a record I'd obviously like to keep going forward into the cup because that would be a new personal best for me. Yeah, so without further ado, enjoy the game. Okay, viewers, here we go. Crab Crane versus Scorpion question mark. Okay, so we get to choose this time, and we're going to be second, obviously. Obviously. Why would we not be second? And there's such a clear advantage. So this chap we're playing against is based somewhere in Europe, and he's 9 hours ahead of me. So at the time of recording, it's probably about 9 p.m. there. There we are. There's our setup. So we're going to mulligan everything except Satoshi there. We're not interested in the other three cards. That's mildly better. Okay, so no one cost from our dynasty, but we do have a one cost in our conflict opening hand. So I think I'm gonna mulligan the assassination and the katana. Cool, that's great. Actually, you can start to see the decisions of the turn coming together for us. So he flops a Rumomonger and Hiroi and two holdings. City of Lies. Ugh, okay. So we're gonna play Satoshi with two. Badango. We'll see what he does. I imagine he'll try and pass. He does pass. So there's certainly no harm in us doing Satoshi's ability. Instantly finding a dupe is the top card we drew. We discard Shuichi and we'll just get the third fate on him there. And that protects Shuichi from, not Shuichi, Satoshi, sorry, from the nasty fate worse than death Void Ring combo if he is packing that. So we'll pass here. And we will just go straight in with a 5 bid. And of course he does the same thing. So we got a nice opening hand there by the looks of things. We've got a rival, couple of stewards, no for shame, but we do have charge. Okay, so no Shigendra on his side, so I wonder. Okay, so he's just going straight for the covert here. Right, so a mistake I made in my last game versus Scorpion was basically not using the Steward of Law correctly. Okay, so I feel like do I play the Steward of Law now before the conflict starts, or do I play him into the conflict and risk him getting assassinated? So it's either risk him getting coverted or risk him get assassinated. Because I feel like what I want to do here is charge my witch hunter. And then we can go looking for breaks ourselves with self-same witch hunter. Let's play him before the conflict. It would be a right old shame if it got coverted, but that's the game. So we'll just play him in the conflict phase. So at least he won't, he has to make a difficult choice. Well, hopefully it's difficult. Between bypassing a defender that could actually cause him problems or bypassing a rather innocuous defender that may not cause him problems. So he's passing there, and we'll see what he goes for. I mean, at this point, I'd rather he hit meditations or fertile fields. Defend the wall could be okay. We'll see. Now, the reason I played the Steward of Law before the conflict is if he doesn't covert him, I can declare him as a defender and charge the Witch Hunter as my first action, which he won't be able to cancel because, of course, Steward of Law will be in the conflict. Okay, so we've got options either way now. Either he can covert the Steward and he can deal with a bigger defender, which I can policy debate with. He's doing political first. So what are my strategies here then? I could just go and opt for the defensive. Yeah, okay, so if I win defensively, I'm going to get a Fate and I will get a Keeper. So let's do that. Let's just go in on this defensive conflict. Do we start with the policy debate? Considering, yeah, I think we probably start with the policy debate, and then we probably bid enough to win it. So let's go choose defenders like that. He can no longer cancel now, so we'll just start by policy debating. I should probably have put a fan on Satoshi to prep, but you know, whatever. So he needs to bid 5. If he bids 5, I have to bid 4, basically. Alright, so he, unfortunately, one bids me. But we see his hand there. Oh, wow, okay, so he's gonna... Lame, he is gonna bow Satoshi now, since he can't become dishonored. That is annoying. Well, it's a good job I didn't use mountain then, eh, guys? Right, so we're going to have to get rid of this for shame since I don't have one and I don't want my entire board to get called out. He can court games up to 3. I can go to 4. He's got no way of assassinating. So let's just get rid of one of the for shames. It does suck that does suck I can't get rid of the forged edict here. That for shame is killing me, but I think we'll just have to deal with the forged edict. Maybe we'll find another policy debate. Okay, so we'll get rid of one of the for shames, and now I imagine we'll see him banging out Satoshi. Yep, there we go. So what I'm then going to do, oh no, he's got calling, I can't use calling in favours because of the Steward of Law, fantastic. So what I'm going to do then is stick a fan on the Steward of Law, knowing full well that he can't have it nicked in the conflict. We really don't mind him nicking it after the conflict at all, that's fine. So he'll probably court games the Rumour Monger now, and I will box and Hey ho, and away we go. Apparently I missed his own ornate fan. Oh, Dan, shoddy play. I now need to win this conflict. Yeah, that is a bummer. My own court game's getting shut down by the Steward of Law there. So the only thing I can do to win this conflict is put in my other Steward of Law, which I kind of don't want to do because that's two of them down. I'd like to go poking with them. But I have to. I have to now do this. I'm committed to this path. Ah, dear. Read what's in their hand, guys. Read what's in their hand. So I'll be surprised if he dedicates any more resources to here. No, he's going to pass. We're going to boost. He can court games if he wants. He probably won't though. So we'll pass there. We'll take our keeper trigger and we'll take our monk as well. And then we've got an option here. Did he have charge in his hand? At this point, what can we do? We can... Yeah, we've got to go on the offensive here. And pray we don't hit pilgrimage. If we hit pilgrimage, we're in a spot of bother. That means that Yojimbo is free to have a look for our for our shameful display and potentially break it. Void or water, what am I going to do here? Maybe political? No, he doesn't have charge in his hand, does he? Ah, it doesn't really matter, does it? So I should do a water conflict. That's definitely the right thing. Probably be military. And then let's just see if we just get lucky. And hoping for luck is never good, but it's better than nothing. Of course, we pick pilgrimage. Right, so he has the potential to break if he hits our shameful, which would be a real bitch. No, he doesn't defend, but we're getting a ring, so at least we're getting favour, regardless of whether we break or not. He's just going to take it on the chin. That would have been really great to hit literally any other province. I've just got this knack of finding the worst one to hit at any time. It's quite an ability. Okay, so he knows where meditations is, and he of course fishes out shameful from mine. Oh, that is just so... I assume he meant to put the Yojimbo in there. That absolutely sucks for us. He's got the forged edict, so I can't even charge. Should I force it at this point? Yeah, I probably should. I should make him. I should make him use it. So we will attempt to charge the witch hunter. Oops. Hmm. Maybe the Borderlands Defender actually. Let's just, well, it makes no odds because he's going to cancel it. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there's an argument for me not using that there, but that's fine. It's better to, you've got to make them use their cancels somehow, and if it wasn't going to be charged, it'd be maybe something worse down the line. So he's probably gonna, oof, dishonor Satoshi. That is so 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 unfortunate. Honestly, I hit pilgrimage and he hits my shameful. What are the odds? I mean, probably quite high, but you know, it still sucks. But you know, head in the game. So yeah, Satoshi gets dishonored. I'm starting to wonder if he's running I can swim now. It's risky to gamble, but we're gonna have to. So I'm taking the favour of political because that means my rivals are covert 4 strength political by themselves, which is pretty good. So I have a superior board at the end of that turn, but I'm down my best province, and we're at hand parity. I don't like this honor position I'm in though. 6 is weak versus Scorpion. I'm going to bid 4 this turn instead of 5. So we'll definitely get the envoy. What's he going to do? Probably pass, I imagine. So maybe Shuichi is a good choice here. Or do I just go straight for the Witch Hunter? No Shigenja, so there's clouds in his hand. That's not doing a huge amount. Meh. That's, yeah, maybe I went before. If he is running I Can Swim. He obviously wanted to dishonor Satoshi for a reason. This could be a very quick game, guys. I might end up dishonoring myself out. So I'm going to buy the Witch Hunter because I can get a fate back from the Envoy. I mean, he's got nothing in his hand, so he should bid 5, right? He should bid 5. We're at card parity. Okay, I'm glad. He is going for Harui, which means I can pass and get a fate. That's probably the right call as well. Would be absolutely fantastic to get a reprieve this turn. I don't see it happening, but you never know. He's got calling in favours anyway. So it gives me an honour. He draws an extra card. It's not actually bad though, because we've just got duelist training, which is pretty fun in this matchup, guys, because whoever we send, well, we can pretty much send whoever we want against Hiroi, and that's going to be fun. Right, so I don't really need the storehouse. I've got nothing triggering from holdings anyway, so let's just get rid of that and go up to card parity there. So probably hold on to what we have now. We'll probably play our political rival next turn. Really, really, really sucks that Satoshi's dishonored. So I'm 3 Imperial cards down already, and 28 cards left in the Dynasty deck. That's risky business. We'll play that ability as and when we need to. There's no pressing desire for it quite yet. So we're up first in the conflict phase. Skirmish is kind of useless here because of... Oh, actually, we just drew into rebuild. Maybe it is worth using Satoshi now. And then rebuilding 9 mines. My hand's pretty stacked at the minute, so he's going to be struggling for options. I think we should stick a duelist training on there and probably go for a water ring there? Yeah, let's do that. Do we need fate at the minute? Arguably, yes, but you know what? We're going to risk the policy debate here. Now I just don't want to hit Shameful Display or Meditations. And having said that, I imagine I probably will. There's an argument for Voids to stop Void myself, especially if I do go for Meditations, but no, let's go for Void, actually, not Water. I could use the Fate, and I don't really want him to Void anything on my side of the board. So we'll pass, and we will go for a Military Void. There's nothing he can charge there, so he's basically got policy debate. Is this going to be shameful? Of course it fucking is. Of course it is. Right, well, we've just got to get these provinces turned over. We'll feed him Fate in the meantime. We're not really super fucked about winning this. I mean, actually, to be fair, Shameful is probably a better shout than Meditations at this point, just because we want to kind of push our board sticking around advantage. Interestingly, we've actually got Admit Defeat here, so that might be a really good first play if he decides to Shameful, because then he has to dishonor his manipulator. I imagine he probably wants to use Harui to attack. So what he's probably going to do is... Well, he might defend with Harui. And then he might suck in Satoshi. Or the Keeper. Either or, it's not amazing. Not great. We'll probably stand the Witch Hunter quick sharp after this conflict. Normally it's good to wait and see, but I kind of just want to threaten that duelist training. If we get a Katana for this guy, we are bloody laughing. So he does defend. And what does he do? Shameful first? So we're actually going to one bid on this duelist training. If he goes Shameful first, we'll admit defeat. Yeah, he's going Shameful. So let's admit defeat here. And if he's got a second cancel, bang. Doesn't look like he does. So he moves in Mia Satoshi, that's cool. What other horrible tricks does he have? Nothing. Right, so both shamefuls banged out. Yeah, we'll discard the face down card. Not that it makes a single bit of difference, but whatever. I am really considering using Satoshi's ability here. Because we could set up a Way of the Crab. No, we couldn't, not if we want to stand the Witch Hunter. No, let's wait. Let's not use it. It could be risky, but... So we'll stand this guy, and we'll sacrifice this guy. Haha, nice. Katana there. It may probably end up going on the... It will probably end up going... Well, it might have to end up going on the Keeper Monk here, depending on what he's got in his hand. Because I imagine he's now going to do a military covert with his Yojimbo on Meditations. Depending on how this turn ends, card-wise for me, I'm going to probably drop my bid down next turn. I'm going to probably be looking at doing a firing conflict next turn. Stuck Satoshi's Dishonored, but that's going to be a real bitch to get off him now, so maybe it's best just to leave well alone and, you know, not fret too much about that. 6 honor is a danger zone versus Scorpion, you know. It doesn't take much. So he's going for Meditations. We will defend with the Keeper. I don't really want to invest any more than is absolutely necessary here. I'm wondering, he didn't choose to Fury my Witch Hunter in that last conflict, so there's a very real chance I could go on to break Pilgrimage this turn as well. Especially if I go with the Ring effect, I'm not super concerned about triggering. So we'll just select that. I want to see what he's got. I'm not really going to invest huge amounts of energy here. Is he going to waste the Scorpions? Okay, wow. So Dishonor pressure really is mounting at this point. So in that case, it might even be worth me using this Skirmisher to stealth his last character. So he's just going to bow the Witch Hunter, isn't he? And that's probably why I should have gone Water Guys, to stop him from having it. Okay, well that's fine. We'll just go a different line of play. We will use the Skirmisher to... we could even mount him. That's kind of weak, but whatever. Still defending, so we'll carry. God. Wow. I just want to see what he does. He's going to battle the Witch Hunter, and then What? And then what? So there is the fine katana. Got to think very carefully here now. Okay, so I'm actually going to use Satoshi and dig for a favorable ground. I don't like the way this is going. Please don't kill me, Satoshi. He didn't. And there's the favorable ground. Fantastic. Do we put it here or do we put it somewhere else? What do we get in there? Any more keepers? Nope. Okay, so well, just in case he does break this, let's not put our Imperial Palace on that province. Oof. It's another copy of Arca Sardagon. Right, that is all I'm going to use for Satoshi. He says well played. We'll see. I still got to see if I can pull this off. We'll see. He needs to cancel this now. Does he have the second edict? We're gambling a bit here, but sometimes you've got to. Tense moments here. Tense moments. Oh, we can't bow the Witch Hunter. I've just realised the Witch Hunter's got fate on him. I'm really bad at this game sometimes. So we could favourable ground. We could. Maybe we should just focus on winning this. Can we win this? I feel like if we attach the katana, we're probably going to get calling in favours. Okay, so what we could actually do here is send in the Witch Hunter and then use Mountain Does Not Fall, since he's telegraphing kind of hard that he doesn't have a cancel here. So yeah, let's do that. In he goes. Boom. Oh, that was a risk, guys. Definitely going to leave Satoshi well alone for the rest of it. So I think we can assume he's probably not going to bother repeatedly attacking defend the wall. Did we discard Nine Mind just out of interest? We didn't. So setting up that little envoy play would have come to naught. Yeah, so let's use the Mountain Does Not Fall here on our Witch Hunter. And then I think we have to box. We have to box, don't we? We have to box. Oops. Oh yes, he's at negative whatever. Well, I tell you what, if I put the katana on, he can calling in favors that, which I'm actually okay with. Because currently, I don't actually have a way of winning this conflict. So, at least if by calling in favors, he spends a card, and then he kind of has to defend. with what's his name, Harui. 5-5 currently, so let's not do this training here, that'd be straight up bad. Let's do this, put our own katana on. So now we're going to say, hey, come and use your calling in favors, spend a fate and dishonor a guy to... Okay, so he's just going to use City of Lies. Oh, we could have fate worse than Death Me. But let's hope that doesn't happen. That would suck. That would really suck. The good news is we got the Void Ring off the table if that does happen. Has he got it? Or is he just going to calling me? No, he's just going to calling me. And he's probably going to, what's that, swing of 4? Yeah. So he's winning, but he's a calling down. And that's okay. That's okay by us. We'll pass here. Can he break? We really don't want him to get that second break, not with Harui out. Hmm? Right, he can't have 3 katanas. Right. Uh, okay, well, whatever. We'll just pass. I'm guessing he doesn't have Banzai here. Okay, so Harui stands up. So what's he got left? He's got political left. Can't really defend against that. So what do we know he still has in his hand? We know he's got 2 clouds. 2 of those cards are Cloud the Mind. Let's just scroll up a bit here. Oh wow, that happened a while ago. So he's got an ornate fan. No, he didn't. No, he does. He does. Did he spend that? Did he spend that on? Yes, he did. Okay, so he doesn't have any of that anymore. So he's got 2 Cloud of the Minds, and I want to say a Core Games. There's a 3 of his cards. And as for the rest, we just don't know. We just don't know what they are. So that Core Games isn't doing anything for him. What can I defend with? 3? And he can attack with... Uh, 7 that I can see. Do I play defensively here, or do I just hold on? No, I think I play defensively here because I've got duelist training to potentially try and bow him. It does kind of suck because that means I'm going down to 5 honor at the end of this turn, so I'm probably going to have to low bid next turn. Yeah, so I think because we've mounted this guy, we should try and defend our investment this turn. He's got to attack into a province with either quite high province strength or he's got to attack into meditations or fields, which he probably won't do. I think he's going to go for defend the wall here. It would have been really great not to do shameful turn one, but oh. Maybe now we'll see the fate worse than death. No, he's duelist training. Right, okay, so well, whatever. Whatever. That's two calling in favors he can't use on my reprieves. We still haven't seen a splash here, so Lord knows what's coming up there. It was dumb maybe to use my box. I forgot that the keeper was in inverse stats. Yeah, we're gonna have to do like a 2-bid next turn. We'll try not to spend any cards. Well, we can't really spend any cards on this conflict unless we want to trade core games with him, which I don't really. Well, we'll see. He could choose to attack with both, couldn't he? Yeah, so he's going straight for defend the wall, no questions asked. He's going in with Harui 6. So he needs to find another 3 to break, which is basically 2 fans. Should we make him core games? Let's make him core games. So we bid 2 next turn. We bid 2 next turn. Oh, he is going to get a card from the Earth Ring, which always sucks. And he's going to have the opportunity to get the 2 fate off the air ring first. None of this is great news. Okay, so whatever. We lose a duelist training to the Earth Ring, and he goes up to 6. So we're just going to bid low because I think he's going to try and dishonor us out now, which is not a position we want to be in at all. We'll carry on claiming the favour for political. Get that keeper off back to the bin with you, young lad. We are. Oh, that's our last Shuichi, so if we discard him, we're definitely not seeing him again. That's actually fine. We don't really care about Shuichi here. We just kind of want low-cost characters because we are on a bit of a fate deficit. We will keep that big old Imperial Palace. I don't know if he's running Sentia, but I've seen in some Scorpion decks, and I've got no intention of letting him trigger another set of cancels. So our board's a bit better, our honor's a bit worse. That's a decent flip though, right there. That is a decent flip. So we buy both without fate, and then we can play a rival. And this guy's doing some work. He's going to pass, probably. I don't know. We'll bid 2 this turn. See if we can get some honor back. Take us out of the danger zone a bit. We can also set up for a Way of the Crab here if that Harui sticks about. So he's actually just buying Unico. It's interesting. So he's almost certainly going to pass now. That's fine. We can get up to 4. will pass as well. And we'll just go down to 2. I suspect he's going to change his bidding. Nope, he still goes for the 5. Wowzers. So he's got a big old lead, but he does drop to 4 honour, which he actually probably doesn't really care about. Wow, he's got a big old hand there. He's digging for some stuff. Well, that's cool, because that means next turn we can bid 5 if he's going to switch. Well, we'll see how the turn progresses. He's in dishonor territory now, isn't he? So we'll see. We shall see. I just want to make him spend some cards. We've got some good dynasty actions here to keep us going, and we've got some conflict characters in hand to really threaten things. So we're going to look to do our political last, I think. We're going to look to get the fate off that firing. We're not too fussed about triggering it. He warms up for City of Lies. I've got to assume that at this point he has seen a fate worse than death. So let's find out. Let's find out. So we've got some options. If he goes political, it would be lovely to top deck a Casada. Still no Shigenja there. I feel him keeping those 2 City of Lies around is not actually doing him too many favours. I really want him to spend a lot of cards this turn. I need to spend like 1, maybe 2, and he needs to spend like 4. But we can hopefully try and make him do that. So he's going for an attack. Political void A. So let's start with this, and as our first action, no, actually, let's not. As our first action, what's he gonna do? He could policy debaters. That would really suck. Let's get Satoshi re-honored. That's probably the right thing to do. Can't see him cancelling this. Yeah, okay, so he drags in the Witch Hunter. Fine. So I guess now we fertile fields. There's a rebuild. There's the fate worse than death on the Witch Hunter. And that just sucks, but you know, we had to expect that. We can still use our Iron Mines on him, which thankfully aren't going anywhere. So that's most of his fate gone. So now we will use the Yasuki. What I really want to see is another mountain. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so maybe we don't actually play the rival this turn. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's get the policy debate. Just because that is a card with no ends to how annoying it can be. He's going to wear the Scorpion me. Lol. Of course, that's his second one though. We're going to, for shame, him. So that takes him down to a nice old 2 there. Or maybe he's going to cancel. Maybe he still hasn't seen those edicts. So we've been able to get 2 cards there. Okay, so he's thinking. So maybe he does have a cancel. I don't really want Satoshi voided here. Okay, so he bows. Interesting. So we won't use the policy debate here. We will not use the policy debate. So what do we do? Do we box? No, we don't box. But we do win. So let's just win, shall we? Fuck it. He's passed. He's now got an opportunity. Okay, so I should probably play the skirmisher now, and I should probably go hunting for meditations, and I should probably go water. Because then I can threaten standing Casada up. This guy can actually do work. He can't really use assassinate. Yeah, okay, that's... Ah, shit. Right, so now we do military water. Wilkova Unico. No charge targets. Not secret cache. Not secret cache. If there is a god, please not secret cache. Ah, fantastic. So he can now find the exact card he needs to beat me, which is great. At least we know that last province is meditations, and maybe we'll get lucky here. We can boost the skirmisher up to 5, so we can get 6 in this military conflict. All he needs is a Miramoto's Fury. He's got a second City of Lies. He couldn't get that both guys here. Unless he's not playing Dragon Splash. I'm not sure what splash he's playing. I haven't seen anything yet. Huh. Some weird Scorpion deck. Oh, wow. That is ballsy. That is super duper ballsy. Oh. So I got a couple of options here. If I save this guy, no, it's bad. I'm not gonna waste my own minds there. Ah, shit! I could have. I've got rebuild. I've got rebuild. Oh damn, that was dumb. That was super dumb. He may of course have a cancel, but he needs to find a sword. Okay, yeah, so he does just fury me here. Which means he's on track for a second break. But that's fine. That's okay. That's cool. He's in a danger zone now. He's probably going to now go for the airing to get himself out of the danger zone. But he's also kind of stuck bidding low. We're going to continue to 2-bid, I think. Maybe we should just go down to 1. I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard. Yeah, so he's going to go and break, I imagine, fertile fields. Do I have any more saves in the bin? No, I do not. Oh wow. Nope, he's going straight for the palace. Okay, fine. That means he is going to have to spend cards here. Right, so he's spending just bonsai. That's fine. That's fine. Oh dear, and that does unfortunately means he will be claiming the favour. So if he is running Sensias, that's worrying. All in all, not a great turn. I may have fucked up there not saving that Haruma ambusher, but hey, hey, we'll see. We're not out yet. And he's now kind of stuck into attacking into meditation. So we're going to save the Witch Hunter with that, for sure. We'll let those other two go. And I think this is the turn we finally play the rival. Let's see what we flip. Tense game, tense game. Always such a fraught path. Well, well, well. That's an interesting flop for sure, isn't it? My ball's not going anywhere this turn. So we're going to go straight out. Another Witch Hunter with 2 Fate. We don't have any Chud here, which is kind of worrying. So we're actually going to begin the process. If I 2-bid and he bids 1, what happens? I go 6. Are we interested in pursuing a dishonor strategy? Wow, okay, so he is not fanning around. How many keepers am I on now? Only 1. That's so pitiful, isn't it? Has he seen 2 Weather Scorpions now? He has, right. Fine, pass there as well. I think bid 2. He's going to bid 1. Yeah, it's cool. And then he can use his stronghold to steal another one. That's cool. Okay, so I would quite like to break meditations this turn. So let's start by... he's probably just drawn up into catch a go. Based on passing there. Maybe he's got 2 Fate worse than Death, which would be ridiculous, but you know, stranger things have happened. It doesn't actually hurt us too much this turn because of those Iron Mines. One play we could try for is just wear the crabbing right now. Getting rid of... Oh, that could be really painful though. No, we probably won't do that. Right, so let's just pass the draw phase there. Let's do a military at what I assume to be meditations, and threaten. Yeah, and I guess we'll threaten. It would have been really great to get a Chud this turn. And yeah, we'll threaten an Earth Ring trigger there. I'm kind of expecting Catch Go and a Fate worse than Death. Oh, wow. Okay, unassuming Yojimbos. Here we go. Do we pass our first conflict then? No, let's not pass our first conflict. Oh shit. Whoops. Well, that was obscenely lucky that I didn't just mill myself out then. I did not mean to do that. Fuck's sake. That's bad. Bad news there. Bad news indeed. So we put that on the fertile field. Assassination's pretty useless at the minute. He's got to attack into fertile fields this turn. Really sucks having Satoshi permanently dishonored, eh? Right, so let's go over here. Get that last province unveiled. We will do the military fire since our plan for breaking something this turn is to smash with the political rival, um, which might be slightly hard, especially considering as I've just lost the favour, but hey ho. If only I had a way of adding military strength here. I don't, but whatever, I've got the fate. I've unearthed the last province. Satoshi's not really going to do me a whole bunch of good this turn anyway. We're kind of stuck one bidding for the rest of the game now. That's also fine. I guess he kind of is as well. Maybe not. So he coverts the unhealthy witch hunter and he a fate worse than death to the other one. I think. Or maybe he goes in political first. Which is fine by me because I just declare no defenders and then we can yeah, we can use the rival. And then we can policy debate. Yeah, so he is going to do political first. He's getting political earth there. So let's. Do I need fate for anything else? No, not really. So I'm kind of tempted to just put all of my fate on this guy. Yeah, fuck it. Don't want to open him up to anything. I kind of wanted to stick around as well. Maybe just do two? Do two? No, we'll do three. We'll invest heavily here. So he's going to accidentally drag the keeper out here. Yeah, we're just going to pass. Policy debating here is not really going to do much for us. I could rebuild and take the witch hunter out. No need, he's got a plan. Fine. He's having fun. Oh my god, I'm such an absolute numpty. I didn't leave enough fate to use the Karada district. Well, that's a huge error. If he has a fan now, I'm kind of balked. Oh my god. No, he doesn't have a fan. He just has good old-fashioned call games. So what do we have on the table option-wise? A load of really mediocre options. So he's going to chuck another card here. Oh man, do we sacrifice Satoshi to stop the military? Maybe sacrificing Satoshi is the right play here, you know? If I assume I'm going to lose one of these iron mines. Oh, this is rough. This is rough, but I think this is what we have to do. Um, Stupid Harui. That sucks, but we've got a big one on the board, so whatevs. I could do that to claim water. Oh man, if he has a third fate worse than death, what is that now? 2? Well, we've got to risk it for a biscuit. At least he's on our provinces if we want to get him back. Yeah, okay, so maybe we'll try this. We will use this guy to stand the Steward of Law, and we'll sacrifice Satoshi, which is painful, I know. Taking us to 4 honor. Ugh. We'll go after Meditations quite simply because it's the only province that's safe at the minute. God, Harui's such a pain in my ass. I'll be really glad when he's gone. Then we have to do covert water, political, and make him defend with that Yojimbo. Otherwise, he's got 2 witch hunters to deal with, and that will not get him his brill. No, definitely don't want to attack Secret Cache ever again. All looks correct. Right, so he's probably got a Fury now. Lol. Could very well be on the way to a loss, guys, depending on what's in his hand. No, he's not defending, so that would suggest to me that he has a Fury. Maybe he just doesn't care. Yeah, no, he's got it. He's definitely got it. Either that or he's got the other fate worse than death. Okay. Right, yeah. Yep, there it is. Okay, so he's just going for the win now. I imagine we'll see a air conflict, and he'll just go for the dishonor, which is fair enough. So what's that? But we've held scorpions at our stronghold before, so we're not giving up. We'll still have a better board than him going into this next turn. I think we'll probably discard Satoshi at this point. Really cocked up with that whole thing. That was dumb. We just need low cost characters now, and what are the likelihoods of us finding them? Well, Yasuki's still there. Going against Meditations on the Tau, that's interesting. I won't choose any defenders, but what I will do is Meditations is Yojimbo right away. I've got no interest in seeing her stick around. This might be our out here. Dare to dream, guys, dare to dream. We are gonna rebuild that Satoshi dupe we didn't mean to get. And we're gonna do exactly the same. Do we just let him have the break and take the favor? Do we let him do that? What can I get to? 5. Does he have a Banzai? Maybe. We've seen it already. You've seen a lot of his deck. So we can either invest in trying to defend this conflict, or we can invest for the future and play for the favor. It's so tough. No, let's invest for now. He's probably got to cancel anyway, so all of this will be absolutely moot. But I'm happy to let him use a cancel here. Oh man, he did have censure. Okay, bad times then. Alright, well, nothing we can do about that. That's the third break. And he voids off. What does he void off? Probably one of the witch hunters. Eek! Sad times there. Sad times. And I'm going to lose another fate. So, awful times. It's really bad news if he's got both censures and forged edicts, and I can't get my palace back. Yeah, this is starting to look bad. I got a 1 bid now. So, yeah, we'll save 1. Thankfully, the second Yojimbo is gone. We're going to discard Satoshi. I know what you're thinking. You're probably going, what? We just need to. Oof, I do not like this. This is not good. Need to make some difficult choices that round. There's fucking Karui again. Huzzah! Let's try 1. Is he going to pass or is he going to put Unico down? Weird. Right then, we're going wide. All these little guys are going to Voltron up our fucking dudes. And actually, what we'll try and do is get a Fate Phase where the crab off if we can do that. If we get that far. 3. And we'll save a charge. So I have to bid 1. I guess he's probably going to bid 1 as well. Maybe he bids 5. Fills up his hand. Ready to break my stronghold. Yep, he does. Cool, but at least I'm out the dishonor hole. So I need to hope that he goes all in here. With what? What can he possibly go all in with? I need to get a Fate. I probably need to get. Oh, gah. Right. So we have 1 hope in hell, and that's that he goes in for a political challenge here. Otherwise, we're pretty much screwed. No, we got for shame. That's something. What's he going for? Political, all in, bang, whoops. So now he's gone military fire, and we're okay with that. What we'll do is we'll stick in these three here. And what will he do? He will probably attempt to... Right, okay, so we'll just do that, and if he pulls in the last one, then fine, whatever. We'll just pass because we're winning. Okay, cool. So he does that. I'm not going to take any more actions because he's not breaking, and he can dishonor whoever the fuck he likes as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Fine. We'll let him carry on, we'll let him carry on. He got greedy there, guys. He got greedy, and it may cost him. I mean, I'm just happy for him to keep throwing cards at this. He can't, you know, he's going to need something really special to break. So now he banzais, catch a coat. Cool. And now that that's happening, I think we have to box. So now he is breaking, so now we boxed. Bang. And either he's going to have a sword for the win, or that's that. If he has a sword, he wins the game, and if not, then we live to fight another day. Oh wait, no, I've still got charge. That's not the end. Whoops, I should have remembered to do that first. Oh, happy day. He doesn't have a sword. Bang. Can we dishonor him out now? Depends on who he is firing on. We might be able to dishonor him out. So the first thing, the standing one. Right. There we go. Yeah, so interesting turn of events there. So we're going to go for meditations now. And we're going to go Earth. We're going to go Earth. Are we going to go Earth? This is really, really tough because if he's got that third Miyamoto's Fury, now let me just think about my ordering of conflicts here. I want to do Earth and Air for obvious reasons, and I want to do both of those against Secret Cache. So maybe we go Earth Military at Meditations. Actually, here's a line of play. Here's a line of play. Let's not stand anyone yet. Let's go military, because his only charge target is a dupe. Oh no, cancel that. Oh god, this is so bad. Right, so let's pass that. So we'll go one. So we can stand this guy if we need to. Not optimal, but I think we can definitely get the keeper out of the bin this conflict. I have the worst luck with Satoshi. I've got one keeper out of 26 cards. So let's not do political, let's do military and meditations there. We could get super duper lucky here. We just need unopposed Earth. We just need 2 unopposed conflicts. That's all we need to win. He doesn't defend. Great. So we'll pass. Earth ring is a yes. And then let's definitely not forget the reason we did this in the first place. A keeper. Then I think we go use this to stand this guy. Discard that. This is some skin of our teeth shit if we manage this, guys. But yeah, I mean, that's what happens if you just throw everyone in. Like, I probably would have lost the game if he'd not done that. And as it is, we're seizing victory from the jaws of defeat. So he passes his second conflict because he doesn't have a single standing character. And we just go in on the political air, like meditations, and pray that that's enough. Pray to God. And there we go, we won. Right, so that was a game that happened. Yeah, very interesting ending to that one. I mean, as you can see, basically looking at that entire game, going into that last turn, it really looked like it was going to be a losing game for me. And having watched it back, I don't feel like my play was especially weak during that game. He just got a lot of really good cards. You know, he had the cancels when he needed them. He had those 2 Fate Worse Than Deaths, which, you know, were really causing me issues. He had both Furies when he needed them, you know. And basically, like, the cards he drew stopped me from being able to muster any kind of attack on my own. And basically, yeah, I just felt like a lot of that game was me taking a pummeling. But what was really interesting about it was the last turn going into it. So he finished the second to last turn with 5 cards in his hands, and I have 4, right? So, having seen a lot of his conflict deck by that point, you know, I'd seen both Furies, I'd seen the Fate Worse Than Deaths, I'd seen all 3 cancels, I'd seen 2 for Shames, you know, he played a lot of good cards. And I was kind of just wondering if why the reason he switched his bid in that last turn was because he'd run out of gas for both of his potential victory outs, so the Stronghold break and the Dishonor victory, and he just needed to get some cards in hand to pursue that. So he must have known I was going to bid 1, because I was on 2 honor going into that turn. And then, as soon as the cards were drawn, we saw Kachiko get played, and we saw where the Scorpion played in that last conflict he did, the firing one. And the question that's going on in my mind was, did he have either of those cards in his hand before his draw? Because if he didn't, then totally understand, that's fair enough why you would bid 5 and go for the the stronghold break strategy. You know, what did I marshaled 3 Vanguard warriors that turn, so it was unlikely that Dishonored Witch Hunter was going to leave play at all. Um, it was also quite likely at that point that had I survived an assault on my stronghold, I would be able to start like getting my own conflicts back, you know, because he had just seen so many good cards by that point of view. So at that point in time, even. Um, yeah, so I mean that's me trying to figure out what was the cause of that 5 bid, that switch. Because had he just bid 1, and had he had the tools to dishonor me out at the end of the turn in hand, then bidding 5 was a really questionable strategy there. So I'm going to have to assume he didn't have cards he needed to win the game in hand at that point in time. In which case, the 5 bid makes a bit more sense. Not massively, because I still think at that point you're probably just going after Dishonor. Um, but yeah, he chose to bid 5 and I bid 1. So I got right out of my honor hole. And that put him in somewhat of an honor hole as well. Well, not really a hole. So maybe he thought like he wasn't in honor trouble because he went to 4 honor after that 1 bid from me, I think. Because he used a bonsai in that last conflict, which took him down to 3 honor. So he went to 4, and he was probably thinking, "Oh, you know, 4 honor, I'll probably be okay." And you know, had he not got so the second mistake after, so the 5 bid was maybe like a questionable play, but I can sort of see why he would if his hand was, you know, was not doing anything for him. Um, Obviously, the big misplay was attacking into the stronghold of everyone when Rally was on there. Now, he said at the end of the game when we were talking that he was a slightly newer player to the game in terms of not knowing the cards. So that's excusable if if you're not aware that you have to have, if you don't know like stuff like the elements of the provinces and things like that, and you're not looking at that as you flip them, then fair enough. That's a mistake you can make. I mean, his level of play wasn't like a newbie level. He played well, you know, and gave me some trouble. Um, but yeah, that attack with everyone into my rallied stronghold is really what lost him the game. Interestingly, though, had he just poked with 1 person, I feel like I could still have come back from that. You know, like he does a poking attack military. I defend with a witch hunter. You know, he's got no fate in his hand by that point. At the end of the conflict, I stand the witch hunter back up. I go after one of his provinces and make him defend, you know, put some pressure on him that way. And then I can just use the political rival to deal with catch a game. Um, it may not have worked out, but yeah, walking straight into rally with everyone definitely was a game losing play, especially after taking himself into dishonored outrange with that banzai. So yeah, when your opponent has 2 conflicts and one of those and the air ring's still available, you know, and you've got no way of stopping attacks in hand, you very rarely want to commit everyone to one plan unless you're absolutely certain that you can push it through, you know. Now with him, he wasn't certain he could push it through because he didn't know what was under my stronghold. So yeah, that was perhaps foolish, but hey ho, you know, that's the game sometimes. I don't think he'll ever make that mistake again. Only takes one really tough loss like that to fix the way you play. But yeah, interesting game there. It was quite the beating, but yeah, I mean, Scorpion aren't always going to high roll their cards like that. You know, they're not going to see multiple copies of every nasty single card in the game. You know, especially not when you're able to, I guess, yeah, control that draw to some extent with a bit of honor pressure yourself. But
You have to probably like make allowances for them seeing, around 25 cards of their deck in a game. So it's entirely possible they could see multiples, but yeah, it doesn't happen all the time. The rival really shored up my defenses in that game. It may have been better to play him slightly earlier, but it didn't feel right at the time with my board being the way it was. Anyway, hopefully that was as fun for you as it was for me. And yeah, join me again next time when the content I will be releasing comes out.